Hi everybody, I'm John Finn and welcome to another unboxing and review. That's right, I finally found some freaking toys in my city, in the store, and I'm so excited. I actually found the entire Unrivaled Series 6 at my local Target, well, the Target that's in the town where I work. And I bought two of them. I didn't want the whole set, but I bought two of them. And we're going to start off with Mr. JACK HAGER. Or as it says backwards, Rega Ekaj. I don't know. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. Okay. Good. Yeah, look at that carnage. We don't need it. Okay. Alright, so he's set in the bubble just fine. Whoop, one of his fists fell out here, but he comes with an extra pair of hands. The fists do look a little bit small. I don't know. Kind of the opposite problem that we have with a lot of the WWE elites with their giant hands. We're going to go ahead and take these fists out. I'm going to put them behind me here. Yeah. And now let's take a look at Mr. Hager. Pop him out. Alright, right out of the package, he does have some protective stuff to keep the sweater he has on here from leaking anything on him. It does close up in the back here, so you don't have to, like, stretch it out to get it on him. It does give you a little bit of leeway here. The hood doesn't unfasten, but the rest does. Comes right off pretty easy. Just look at it real quick. It's got the gold stripes. It's fine. It looks like it'll probably be useful for other figures too if you want to do customs or something like that. So each of his biceps is wrapped in this plastic. Let's see if we can get this off. Productive way. Okay, there's one. And come on. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to be careful with that. I don't want to MDT this. Alright, so we've gotten one of the plastic things off. We're having a little bit of problems with this second one, though. I don't know why. There it goes. Look at that. I just had to say we're having problems, and it comes right off. He's got one also around his waist here. Again, just taped in place. Rips pretty easy. And now let's take a closer look at Mr. Hager. Oh, no. So this is why they put the plastic on the arms and the waist, is because the ink from these clothing, and this happened on one of the Rick Rudes that recently came out in the WWE line. You can see here and that's not going to come off. That's going to be a permanent stain, I think. Yeah, that's not coming off. So that's a bummer. Hopefully in the future AEW won't put the clothes, especially dark colored clothes, on the figures like this, because it does seem to leak quite a bit. Alright, let's take a look at his articulation though. Well, let's look at his face first. I'm not as familiar with the wrestler formerly known as Jack Swagger, but this is pretty close. Oh no, another mark on his face! Dang, Jazzwares, dang! That's a real bummer, and that's really unfortunate that that's the case, because it really does mar an otherwise looks like pretty nice figure. Let's take a look. Oh, there's another mark here on this shoulder. I don't see any other. Yep, nope. Right over here is another mark. You can see on the shoulder, the underside of the shoulder. So yeah, this one has a lot of bad leakage damage on it. So if you're looking to get that, I would recommend, if you're a mock person, keep it mock, because opening it is just gonna expose these flaws. Unless he has like some permanent injuries that I don't know about, or birthmarks, that's a huge deal for me. Arm articulation. It's loose, but not so loose that it doesn't hold its space. It's just really easy to move. It's really easy to manipulate, move around. Elbow joints feel pretty good. They feel fine. Wrists. Ooh, left wrist is a little bit stiffer than the right wrist, but nothing bad. Let's take a look at this torso here. All right. Yeah, Great movement. He's got the weird. They're still doing the weird rubberized bottom part of the torso, which I've talked about not liking before because that's going to cause discoloration problems because the chest and the stomach are made of two different materials. One's going to discolor at a different speed from the other. That's just what's going to happen. So it's just a matter of how long it's going to take for that to happen. He does have his tattoos here. He's got it on the forearm. See if we can get it focused there. Pretty dang good detail. And the one on his upper back looks really good. Looks better on the camera, I think, than it does in real life because we can actually see some detail. And my eyes are so bad. All right. Shorts look good. It's got some pretty good detail in the belt, or the belt area. It's not really a belt. It's just kind of the design on his tights. But you're going to see another problem in just a second, which is right there. It's another place where that sweater has stained him, basically. This one has a lot of problems in that particular department. Hair looks good, though. The rest of the face looks fine. Knee joints, a little bit stiff, but nothing bad at all. Not like break them stiff or anything like that. So that's a positive. We're not going to MDT this one up. Feet seem to be working just fine. I thought they had ball joints on the feet. Am I wrong on that? Did they just have these little swivel feet like this? I don't know why I thought that was different. Hips, fine. Can you do a split? Yep, he can do a split. So it's a pretty okay figure. If you want a Jack Hager or a Jack Swagger, I think this is a solid. I mean, it's pretty much your only choice if you want anything that's updated. It's okay. If you can find a used one, though, that's already been opened so you can see if it has any of these major kind of paint defects that are caused by being in in your collection, this probably wouldn't happen because these guys are subject to a lot of different conditions when they're being shipped, so it makes sense that, some things are going to melt or get a little soupy in there. So yeah, that's going to happen. Skin tone is so much better than the first series. It's not funny. That's fantastic. I really like the weird amount of detail in the stomach area too. Like, he's not super ripped, but you can tell he's in shape. I don't know. I just think that's a cool look. Usually they try to make these guys look too ripped. His biceps feel a little small to me. Like, his arms in general feel just a little bit small, but they're still in proportion with him. He's kind of a taller, not lanky, that's not the right word, but he's not as beefy as some of the guys at his height are in terms of his arm size and stuff like that. Not say anything about his skills or anything like that. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The major problems that we have, though, are these paint problems, and I just hope that Jazzwares, and I think Mattel's learned their lesson with the Rick Rude, but I hope Jazzwares is able to learn their lesson, because that's just a shame. This could have been like a near perfect 10 figure. I mean, it comes with a cloth accessory. It's really well detailed. It has great articulation. It looks like the guy. It should be a top tier figure, but these paint details that just kind of ruin it. I mean, I still love it, and I'm still going to use it in the comic and all that, but for more discerning collectors, that's going to be a huge problem. Head, I forgot to check that. It's fine. He can get really funky looking. And now, let's see if we can get him to stand with the one-hand test. Here we go. It's not looking good. Okay, there he goes. That's not too bad. He stood. It wasn't as easy as some of the Mattel ones. There's a little bit more rubberiness to these AEW figures, I feel, than the Mattel figures, which is neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. But you know, if it bothers you, it bothers you. But the main problems I have with this figure are the fact that the sweater leaks ink all over the figure and stains it in places. And at least I know with the Rick Rude, when this happened, I think last year, those stains didn't come out of those figures. So Mattel actually changed the figure halfway through its life cycle, so the robe was separate from the figure itself. It wasn't on him, so he didn't get all these stains on him. And I think that's something Jazzwares will probably have to do with this figure if they plan on selling him for any long term, if they don't want to ruin a lot of figures in a lot of collector sizes. It's not ruined in my eyes. You know me, I just like toys. But it is a big problem, and I hope that they're able to fix that in the future. Well, that's it for Jack Hager unboxing and review. I hope you liked it. I hope that you enjoy collecting or whatever you do for fun. I hope you're able to keep doing it, whether you keep your figures mock, whether you open them and display them or play with them, whatever you want to do, keep doing it the way you like it. And don't let anybody else tell you that you're doing it wrong, because you're not. You're doing it exactly right, my friend. Anyway, till next time, I'm John Finn, and I'm out.